We're back. I'm not going to decommission the Minmus outpost just yet, because I may still stop up here for fuel later. I might be able to perform the landing and still have enough fuel to get into orbit and back to Kerbin without it. And for that reason, I have put Brooke into this pilocy just in case we don't have to return here. But, you know, just in case. Welcome back to the Daily Kerbal, everybody. I'm recording these episodes back to back. That's why I kind of forgot to do that at the beginning. But right now, we're undocking. We are temporarily leaving the Minmus station entirely uncrewed. And our current target is the Rakea outpost. Actually, this direction is better. We're gonna have to burn retrograde, so I'm gonna try to put the station in a place where we're not gonna, you know, bump into it by accident. A little faster, please. I was about to say, we also, I wanted to to level up my Kerbals, seeing as I believe Durster could get a promotion right now, but there's no science facility on the space station. There's one on the surface, but anyway, let's land. The outpost is right along the equator, so literally all we have to do is burn retrograde, and that should bring us right in there. Now I'm gonna kind of demonstrate how I believe we are meant to be landing with spacecraft like this on moons. I mean, you do it pretty much like you've seen me do similar stuff before. When I brought bases and more specifically stuff like trucks and station parts. Basically, I have to land it like on its backside, and then kind of tilt it in the right way so it falls right. Now, the other idea that I have, obviously, this is the reason I have all those monopropellant thrusters on the bottom, is that, you know, maybe I can just slow down to a nice stable descent, and then monopropellant thrusters could do the rest. Especially since these wheels will withstand a 50 meter per second impact. So we are pretty safe, and I'm looking at the amount of fuel that I've used so far. I'm thinking that I think maybe bringing Brooke with me was the right choice, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm gonna wait till we get close, like right about here, and now let's start dramatically slowing down. Almost entirely killing our... In fact, yeah, let's just straight up kill our horizontal speed. Once again, we can tell that that has occurred the moment that the retrograde marker is on the top. Like so. And we should be heading just straight down now. But just to test this out, I'm gonna see what happens if I do this. Should be like elevator right now, and then I turn on my RCS, and then I start pushing this. It does not slow us down nearly as much as we want. It's good to know. So, we're gonna do this regularly. Gonna let it, can't do it. We're gonna have to do this in real time now. So we're approaching our target. We should be landing very close to it, since the plane has wheels. Landing shouldn't be a problem at all. Where's the sun? The sun is over there. Shadow should be on that hill. There it is. I'm going to start slowing down right about now. Slowing down here is not a big deal at all, as you can see. We are landing pretty far, about 1 kilometer away from it. It's okay, we'll just kind of roll over, I guess. In fact, here, let me flip us in that direction. Here we go. This is about the right time to bring out our landing gears. Right, slow us down almost like a stand. Like that, and now I'm going to flip us over on our nose. The belly, basically. There we go, and drop. We're going to get a little bit of a bounce here. So again, because the wheels will withstand 50 meters per second, but laws of physics do still apply. So we're going to have to get this all sorted out. Come on. Nice and gently. Plop. There we go. There we have it. All right. Now, do these things have the motor turned on? Give me a second. Here go the air brakes. That's fine. We'll just use a tiny burn in our engines. There. Move us over to the station. Can't speed this up, so we're just going to kind of sit here and wait until it happens. Yeah, I could have been a little bit more precise with my landing, I guess, and that would have saved us time here and tiny bit of fuel as well. As long as we're down here, I might as well open this up and extend our solar panels, collect some electricity. Let's gently steer us towards the station. I'm also now remembering that there are no reverse thrusters on this, so let's see how well the RCS thrusters slow us down. Almost not at all. Well, that's good to know. We're just going to have to rely on our brakes then, I guess. Which means we have to start braking well in advance. Like right about... I'm going to start braking about 100 meters away. Not quite early enough. That's okay, though. Alright. That's good enough, I guess. Taking off is going to be an ordeal. I can tell you that already, just because I banked on those thrusters being useful and they're not. So, anyway, for now, let us evacuate the station. Got a scientist and an engineer. Tangan, you first. Say goodbye to your home on Minmus. Hey, you know what? I'll just fly over there. Why not? Alright. Gravity's pretty light here anyway. Nope, nope, nope. Darn it. Okay, gotta be a little bit more precise with this. Alright, and you get, that's one. And Kima, you are the second and last person off of the Minmus station. Now, as for taking off, This is going to be something that I have to perfect in the future. I'm going to have to get some kind of thrust to push this off of the ground before I flip it over and start flying it. Why did you not? Okay. That's everybody. That's the entire Minmus crew. So, once we get it into orbit, we'll see how much fuel we have left and decide whether or not we need any more. We're probably going to need to dock, but we also have the Kerbal station, by the way, to dock with if we absolutely need to. So, anyway, let me check my heading right now. We want to be basically going in the direction that we came. Like, I believe about 90 degrees is that right there. This is the heading that we want to be moving in. So one of two scenarios is crossing my mind now. Either I'm going to try, first of all, to use the monopropellant thrusters. Might as well keep that open for now. I'm going to try to use the monopropellant thrusters to get us our liftoff. Otherwise, I'm going to try to use the hill as kind of like a ramp. First, see if it works. Does this get us off the ground? It does not appear to be. So I guess that idea is kind of bust. I guess we're ramping it then. This is going to be interesting. Stow these away. And let's do it. I'm going to quick save here. Oh, we're moving so I can't. That's right, bring the brakes on. Quick save it now. This again could turn out to be a complete, utter catastrophe. We shall find out. Right now. Ship can actually tilt up, so we might be able to use this. As long as we don't overdo it. There we go. We are off the ground. We kind of gotta flip it. Burn hard. And we are off. Okay. That's all we needed of the RCS thrusters. We got into orbit easily, but we got up off the planet, you know, pretty high apoapsis easily. Launch went a lot easier than I thought. I'll rename the vessels and, you know, decommission the stations properly on my own time. For now, let's get up to apoapsis and complete the orbital burn. Just out of curiosity, can we flip to our prograde vector, please? Thank you. Just tried using my monopropellant thrusters to see if that did anything, but it didn't, so we're going to use the main thrusters. Okay. We have a stable orbit. More than half of our entire fuel supply left for the trip. So the question right now is, do we risk it? I say we do. At the very least, to get back into orbit around Kerbal, we're definitely going to go that far. And then we'll see if we need to dock with the Kerbal Space Station before we do anything else. Odds are we probably will. Because if I want to hit the landing platform, which I do, I just thought of something, but before, hang on, let me complete this insertion burn. And then I'm going to go try something. Alright. So we escaped easily. Now before we do that, I'm going to pause my recording here, and I'm going to do something that I wanted to do previously, but I didn't. Something that should make this a lot easier. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so basically what I did was, I saw somebody else do this on YouTube, and I figured it was a really good idea. I put flags on each side of the runway, one on the west and one on the east side. All that this serves, really, is just because so very often when I'm flying in to try and land, I kind of assume that this line that I follow is the right line to kind of align with, and it turns out it's not. So having like just a marker at each side helps me line up with the runway as I come in. That was it. That's all I wanted to do. Back to the space flight now. Okay, so we're back with the space flight. Still on our exit. And we shall soon find out if the decision that I made was the correct one. Okay. How do we want to do this? I think I'm just going to kind of accelerate until Minmus is well away from us. Maybe an entire orbit away. There. Now should be good. Now, I'm going to want to establish maybe a smaller orbit before I do this, before I actually land, because precision is a factor this time. And in fact, while I'm doing this, I might as well try and set the moon as our target for a moment, just to help us kind of fix our orbital decline, the descent. We want to be burning normal. Can afford to move much closer to it, actually. This is going to consume a lot of fuel. But as it is obvious now, fixing this orbital incline is a lot easier when you're far away from the planet. Not sure of the physics of that as to why that is, but sure does help. Anyway, what's this? We've planted the first one of our flags at home. Huh. Okay, so I got an achievement for that too. Wonderful. Anyway. Looks like we're going to have enough fuel to just straight up land there. Anyway, we'll see. This is so cool, by the way. I haven't actually ever done one of these. Everything that I had out in space always kind of looked like a tube. But, I mean, this is a spaceship. This is a plane out in space. This is something that is going to be able to land on Kerbin and then be reused. Take another flight later on. Alright, I'm going to bring us down nice and close, like down to about, say, oh wait, that helps. Not enough though, we're going to bring it down even lower. Actually, hang on a sec. Might be able to use the moon to help us out here. We can unset this target now. Yeah, this gets it done for us a lot easier. $110. Let's go about 120 there. All right, neat. So now we're kind of just gonna let this do that. moon helped us out a bit here. Gotta love gravity. Okay, now bring us in to our Kerbal periapsis at 123th adjust is calculated. Alright, there we go. Push us back to retrograde, and then let's even this thing out. Still not perfect. But at least the landing pad is on the sunny side. Oh, please tell me I'm going to pull this off. Please tell me I'm going to pull this off. This would be so awesome. If I actually managed to do this in one try. We are, of course, flying upside down. Alright, we are running kind of low on fuel right now, so I'm actually going to cut it there. We shouldn't need that much to perform the landing itself. I'm going to set the... yeah, there we go. Okay, we're going to set ourselves to anti-normal, try to even our node out again. I feel like the thing is still fighting me. I also think that as I looked at it, I noticed a couple of monopropellant thrusters that were missing. Don't know how our node probably got this messed up, by the way, from our moon orbit. Was what I didn't expect, but hey, it's not that much of a problem. All right, okay. And now you can unset this. You can actually just kind of bring it in right now. $30,000. All right, quick save here, just in case we need to fix this in the future. I'm also looking at it. It appears that the no. This is not like the other landings we performed. I actually don't want to slow down that much this time. I kind of want to cruise ahead because we are a little bit behind our target. But anyway, now comes the exciting part. This is the part that we've been waiting for. Can we land a space plane? We don't want it pointing directly down. We're coming in fast. And we're going to be coming in very hot soon, too. We're going to hit the atmosphere in a second. This thing isn't heat shielded. Not necessarily. There comes the heat. Nose is going to take up most of it. But what we want to do, in order to slow this down, we're going to be using the wings, the plane itself. Here we go. Okay. This is gonna hurt. And I actually can't allow myself to look out into the map view this time because it's important that I concentrate on this. Can I? No. I was trying to see if I could flip the camera view, but I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I'll just wait for it to do it automatically. Do we have all our Kerbals here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That's everybody. Ay, ay, ay. It's pretty nasty. I'm also going to hit my hotkey here that I set up to turn off the rocket engines and activate the jet engines. So that when they're needed, they get used. That's not a lot of fuel, but it should be enough. Okay, do we have a... This burn is going to happen for a long time. I don't think it's going to be a problem, though. Look, we're kind of leveled out. We're also very far away from Kerbal HQ, so this fuel might actually become a problem after all. In fact, I'm gonna kind of... No, that's not a good idea, I don't think. Let's see if I can't keep us flying a bit further. The further I can glide without having to use the engines, the better. So far the ship is very nicely resistant to heat, but the camera still hasn't flipped, so we're still on an orbital trajectory. Should be able to use this to my advantage. We are actually going up now, so it should probably slow us down some more. There we go. Take a quick peek. Yep, periapsis has dropped significantly. But it looks like we're going to be in jet flight for a while. And then depending on how much fuel we have left, I might actually just kind of let it glide here. Yeah, let's see if that helps. It's working pretty well, actually. Oh, nope, 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 crap. I messed that up. I tried to fly us while we were still in sped up mode. All right. Okay. Let's keep flying. Okay, we should be headed back down around here. I'm actually gonna try to slow us down a bit some more. There's not a lot of air pressure up here, so I'm just gonna flip us over and use the rocket thrusters. Bring this apoapsis down. This is risky. Alright. That should be fine. I should be able to work with this. And we're flying right over it. Alright. Back to prograde before anything bad happens. Okay, this is far from a textbook landing, but we're doing fine. Again, it's an unprepared situation, and we're kind of working with the information as it gets to us. I've sped us up 4 times. There's about a minute left in my music, so that's gonna have to loop in a second. It's good because it kind of tells me how I'm doing with time. Okay, now there's going to be a pretty big burn coming up soon. Gotta love how my Kerbals are absolutely enjoying it. Okay. If we could start slowing down... Crap. I am gonna have to do this. This is gonna hurt. Quick saving again, just because this is still a perfectly savable situation, unless we land in the water. So that's why I gotta kind of drastically slow us down right now. No, go away, sticky keys. Alright. That's as much fuel as I dare use up. We need the rest to make the landing. Okay, so after having burned through a whole lot of fuel, and now just kind of hoping for the best, I cut out a failed landing attempt, by the way. I way overshot the landing pad, and I probably still will. The reason this is a problem in this case is because there's not a lot of fuel left on this spacecraft. still isn't. So there's a bunch of stuff that I cut out. I don't think I have enough power to turn this plane around mid-flight. But okay, here comes the part where it starts to fight me. It's all right. I got it. I got it under control. I got it all under control. Oh boy. Okay, we overshot it again. No surprise. I'm actually just going to do a nosedive here and for a good spot for us to turn around. Let's activate the air brakes. Help slow us down a bit. Might have been something that I should have done a bit earlier too. That's enough. Okay, we're gliding now. Just got the engines on just a tad. See if I can't do like a corkscrew turnaround. This is going to be extremely dangerous, and I'm probably going to kill everybody on this plane. Seems to be working. We're not actually dropping all that quickly yet. Alright. Kick up the engine. Let's do this. Don't try this at home, kids. Plan your space launches, your space plane landings much more carefully than I did. Oh my gosh, it worked. Oh wow. Like a Top Gun over here. Still kind of high up though, so I have to bring us in kind of crosswise so I can line myself up properly. You see what I mean? Like if you look at the angle that these are at, that's like the runway's west and eastern side. They are not aligned with these lines at all, and I frequently think that they are. 40 units of fuel, 0.11 per second. So that means we have 460 seconds, roughly, to bring this in. Can it be done? I'm betting it can. I'm going to keep this in real time. I'm a little stressed out right now. I already have one failed launch that I had to revert back to our quick save. Ugh. It's fine. It's all fine. It's perfectly fine. Our heading is wrong. I had to do an aerial flip with what is essentially a jet fighter and 4 people on board. 400 seconds of fuel left. 13 kilometers. We can start correcting our heading a bit. We can also start dropping down. Keep our engines on minimum. Just keep using the aerodynamics to slow us down. I think I've already done this before, but it's been a long time since I showed you guys a space plane, and just kind of airplane flights. Basically what I do is I drop us down, right, that it takes us down, and then I pull up quickly. That I believe is called a flare. This is where I slow us down. There we go. Our heading is nice, but we're a little too high up. Now we're dropping too fast. Kick the engines up a bit again. Alright. It looks like we're nicely lined up with the runway. It's a good thing I put those flags out, because from all that distance, I never would have been able to make this. Never would have been able to line us up like this if I didn't see the runway from nice and far out. But we're headed at a good speed right now. We're also headed in the right direction. Apologies if this is very boring to you, but I am definitely very stressed right now, and excited. It's the good kind of stress. Stress, interestingly, is not actually a negative word. It's distress is the bad kind of stress, but stress can have positive effects too. Gonna have to kick up the engine a bit. Pull up the nose so we don't descend quite so fast. Alright. I've activated our landing gear. .500 meters above sea level. Okay, we're also not quite lined up here either. Kicking up the engine again so we can try and gain some altitude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Looks like we're going to make it now. Okay, can slow us down again. Alright. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. Come on, come on, come on. I can do this, I can do this. I'm a leaf on the wind. Leaf on the wind. Crap, I'm gonna die. We are all going to die. We did not yet die. Brakes. I messed up the final approach, and that cost us 2 rocket engines. But with 10.82 units of fuel left, and a landing that we can in fact walk away from with all 4 of our Minmus crew members, I call that a success, ladies and gentlemen. So what have we learned today? We have learned that approaches need to be planned a lot more meticulously. We got back most of the cost of that, by the way. A lot of the money went into the spaceplane itself, and building, reusable aircraft, spacecraft, is going to be what saves us a lot of money. Not that we're, all that starved for it at the current time, but we brought back the Minmus crew, and that means that we're just about ready to continue our Ike mission. All that and more in the next episodes to come. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.